The Yellow Brick Road. This video does not reflect the actual views of real people. These are actors playing a role to entertain audiences. No persons or animals were harmed in the making of this video. Gosh, I love YouTube and I love Google.
Alright, there's going to be a spoiler-free version of a review of Marvel's Infinity War. Or Avengers Infinity War.
The movie?
The movie that we just saw.
That's what you want to call it?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Okay.
Hater. Alright, initial reaction. Good. Yeah.
That was ass. That was a bad movie.
That's it?
I'll wait.
Alright.
Yeah.
My initial reaction is it's in...
It was ass.
It's slightly better than okay. It's not
slightly better than okay.
It's an alright movie. As far as it stole my attention. Right? I paid attention to it. It wasn't just, where I just droned off for 20 minutes and re-woke up during the same movie.
Fair
and I was
enough.
like, oh, alright. So,
I mean, for me, it's like I pay attention to the whole thing. You know, the whole movie. I'm paying attention, looking at things very carefully, just like I did Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Looking for, and to be fair, I might have missed something or anything. I saw very little.
during Star Wars, I droned out a little bit.
I didn't.
At points.
I I was expecting something more out of Infinity Wars, just because I figure this is what a lot of people have been waiting for, as far as Thanos finally
The hype.
appearing,
Yeah.
being there.
What'd you think of the hero characters? Was it a plus or a minus to the film itself? Was it like this? This the movie up, or this boost the movie up?
Well,
And you can name characters too.
well, it's already obvious who's in it.
Well,
Other than the surprise people.
I mean, who boosts the movie for you or drops the movie to you?
As far as it was more of like passing the baton constantly,
To the
for the main characters, but the I would say like the like there's a lot of like main characters in the movie, but like very specifically it's Iron Man and Doctor Strange.
as the
Kind of like the main characters. They're gonna be constantly. They're gonna have more time than most people.
there's screen time, but then there's the main characters.
I know.
As in, let's say Captain America was in the movie for 5 minutes, he would still be considered a
Well, he's big.
main
He's
character.
big.
Yeah,
It's more of passing the baton.
this movie's built on. It's a build up from all the other movies.
But he did very little. If you look at it in a way, as far as moving the plot along.
Yeah.
So Iron Man and Strange did way more, absolutely way more.
All right.
And I'm not gonna say what.
That's sort of spoiling it.
Sorry.
I'm leaving it in. Were there any downfall characters for you?
Downfall. Let's describe that. A downfall character.
Someone that
Didn't live up to it.
as soon as they were in the movie, it was just like, my energy's dropping for this movie.
Thor.
Okay. Can you give some bland reason why, without giving anything away?
He lacks. Oh, okay. Yeah. As far as what I saw, it lacked depth, and it didn't make a lot of sense whenever he appeared.
Okay. I might disagree with that, but any other characters?
Probably Captain America too.
Why is that?
I mean, like he's I see. I haven't seen all the Marvel movies, but I would consider him like one of their main guys,
Okay.
if not like the top 5. it's supposed to be him and Iron Man, right? So
as the top guys.
It's like when it like
as Stone Cold and The Rock,
yeah,
basically, in their primes at the same time.
Sure. So yeah, that's like he was another one, and probably Star-Lord too. And here's the thing: I never saw the movies he was in. The 2 movies. What are they called? They're called
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and they looked cool. I was like, oh, you know. But
to me.
Okay, but I never seen these characters before. You know what I mean? I never seen Drax. I never seen Star-Lord or any of the rest. You know.
Yeah.
I never seen.
I'll bleep it out.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, I didn't get what I wanted. It was pretty bad. He didn't help move the story. It's like slowed it down and just, if not like screwed it up. As far as like I don't know, it's tough to say. Like a big letdown, you know.
I'll give my positive characters.
Positive.
Yes. I'm gonna go with Captain America for one. Only because I've seen all 3 of his previous his solo movies. Even though Civil War wasn't really a solo, but we'll call it a solo movie. And it built a mystique about the guy, to where if I only see him in small amounts of time, I'm still like, oh, this character's impactful to me. He's, you know, you can see it in the trailer where he'll go head up with Thanos, even though he's just a guy, really. He has powers, but he's not like, you know, I can just fly away if I want, or I'm the Hulk and I'm indestructible type. So he'd be a positive for me. Nah.
That's it, huh? Well,
that
tells you a lot, you know.
For me, the other characters that might be on that positive pedestal, I haven't seen enough of them to say, oh, you have this mystique about you to where I put you up here. You know.
You mean a build?
And Iron Man, I'm not so like crazy about in the first place. He's alright, but you know, he doesn't have that mystique of a hero to me. As far as downfalls, fucking Hulk was just a punchline.
Oh, I forgot about him.
He's just a fucking punch.
He's comic relief. He's purely comic relief.
Hulk, Bruce Banner is just a fucking, punchline.
That should, if anybody, that should be like a big build up. You know, the Hulk. I don't know if they used him too much. I don't know.
He was a punchline in this movie.
He's comic relief. Yeah.
So was Spider-Man to me. That's
alright.
Not Spider-Man, but Peter Parker. Okay, like there's fight scenes where it's like, oh, that's Spider-Man doing webs and flying around.
You say Spider-Man.
And then there's Peter Parker where it's the character talking.
That is Spider-Man.
Okay, but I'm just putting it that way. And why not?
Because Spider-Man does that.
All right. Either way, he's just punchline. Except for one part, which I will not spoil.
Yeah, that was dog. Was, I don't know how to say it. It was ass.
Alright. Thanos. The main villain.
My thoughts on him?
Yeah.
I mean, just to begin with, I didn't really like how he looked. That's just me, though. But I get, let's say, like, his original, like, the original character actually looked like that, then okay, you know. They don't all have to look like, ooh. Like, it's cool, you know. But just personally, I didn't like the
aesthetics. The looks.
Yeah. Some of it was corny for me.
Like, we're talking about the looks, right?
Yeah, how he looked. And I'm not spoiling for anybody. Everyone knows how he looks. Everyone's seen the fucking commercial. You know, he's a big dude with a fucking like oversized jaw, and you know, and the like, you know, gauntlet, and the stones. I was hoping for more Well, maybe they mean something, you know, like very like outside of Marvel, you know, and like they're billing this guy as the ultimate like fucking world beater, you know, like this is the dude, like no one can fuck him up, no one can beat him, you know. And I've been hearing, I haven't seen all the Marvel movies, but like I have heard that it's been building up to that guy, like they keep mentioning his name, like breadcrumbs, etc. And what I got was I didn't hate it as far as what the character did, but it's sad because everything else surrounding it, as far as like the plot and the story, it drowns the character so bad. It's like not even like that could, not even a good performance and a portrayal of that character could save him.
Thanos for me, as far as aesthetics, he looked alright to me because Josh Brolin did a good job with facial expressions. I believe even when he doesn't say like a word, he's still making a facial expression.
Yeah, that's enough.
That acts out the scene.
Sure.
He doesn't have to use words for that. But as far as Thanos' storyline for him, it started off, I guess they're like, oh, you set a good slate for you to piggyback off.
Right.
But it really went in a direction that I predicted a while ago. The whole Nazi type motivation of,
yeah,
you know,
it's very weak.
I have this world idea and it involves killing everyone.
Sure. I thought it was very again, I won't say what, but it was very weak. You know, it was very bland.
That's a better word. It wasn't here and it wasn't really here. It was just.
It's like, is that it? Is that all you got? Is that all you got?
It's like, alright.
You know?
You know what? It. Let's grade this and give our little final thoughts. What do you got it? Out of 10? 1 out of 10? Or 1 to 10?
I have to give it a 6.
6.
Pretty sure I gave Black Panther a 6.5. Yeah.
Okay.
I gave this one a 6. Yeah.
I think I gave Black Panther like a 7.1.
Yeah.
This is going to be a 7.5 for me. 7.5. And a lot of, you know, they got the Game of Thrones-itis to where sometimes like one scene would cut to the next and the time frame didn't really make sense. How like certain heroes were just happen to be next to each other all of a sudden.
Exactly. You know.
Things like that. But those are like, to me, that's movie making mistakes, and
it's called
the original cut of this movie.
It's called fitting a big story into 2 hours and 30 minutes. In a way.
I'd say the original cut of this movie is probably 3 or 4 hours long, and they had to cut it down.
Because, well, even that, man. Imagine this. You have, let's say on like Game of Thrones, you know, I've noticed that they've done this before, but at times they didn't, which is okay. Is when you have a series, that means you have so many episodes to work with, but you have like an hour. But there's so much you can do with that 1 hour, you know? And then and you have over like 50 episodes. That's a lot more time, probably, than just 2 hours and 40 minutes to fit a whole bunch of events happening at once together and trying to tell a story and try giving some backstory.
Yeah.
It's like, I knew they were going to do that. That's one thing I knew they were going to do. They're going to give me a little bit of backstory towards Thanos. And it was very bleh, bleh.
So any final comments on the movie?
I mean, you know, it's not that I hate it. I'm just joking around when I say it's fucking at cheeks, you know?
That shit is that.
It's
cheeks. Face it, it's cheeks.
Like, there was a lot of parts I thought looked good. Like, looked very good, you know?
Yeah, the visuals, I didn't mind that much. They weren't as colorful as I thought they'd be.
Yeah, like the fight, some of the fight scenes I thought they were going to be really bad because I feel like a lot of superhero movies or movies in general, action movies, don't know how to physically like really understand the concept of, oh, this is what real martial artists look like when they fight.
Nah, I sort of throw that out the door because of these are like, super beings. It's like, oh, they
Sure.
can throw a mediocre punch and knock you 3 stories up.
It's different when you read the character, like the whole, like what's this with the character, like everything's super specific. Like it says powers and abilities, like expert in several martial arts, like for practice, like whatever the like black belt in jiu-jitsu, black belt in whatever the
What do you think they're trying to do here, man? Build a universe or something? Why would they put that much detail into it?
Well, I mean,